Hey there! This video will contain spoilers for the 2.2 Trailblazer mission. I have come to the conclusion that no sane person on this flat earth will rate Luofu's main story over Penacony's main story. Anyone who rates Luofu's story higher needs to go up to Sunday and ask for forgiveness, for you have sinned. Maybe the real anniversary gift was the peak story writing instead of all the free posts they showered onto us. 2.3's main story mission could just be 2 PNG with Firefly talking for 2 hours, and I would still rate it above Luofu. All jokes aside, this is probably just recency bias. Luofu wasn't that bad. It was decent. Anyways, I just finished the 2.2 main story mission, and here are my thoughts. There are some things that I'm slightly confused about. Maybe you know the answer to them. Let's talk about the 2.2 main story. For starters, I'm a huge fan of the ending plot twist that they used. I have had countless nights of playing Among Us, so my sus radar was going off. But I'll be honest with you, I was having flashbacks of how the Luofu mission suddenly ended. Remember? Mikhail gets taken out, the end. I was thinking, oh no, here we go again. Luckily, soon enough, they made it fairly obvious that something was wrong. The IPC giving up on taking over Penacony with no catch? That is like getting an email from a Nigerian prince giving you all of his fortune. And not to mention, the biggest telltale of them all, Screwlum showing up. At this point, I'm convinced that it's in-game lore by now that Hoyo hates Screwlum Wanters, and it's their company mission statement to toy with Screwlum Wanters. There is no way Hoyo will throw out a bone for Screwlum Wanters. As for the actual final boss fights, perfect execution. It's like all the pieces of a puzzle coming in together. Robin singing in the background, and that song being essentially Penacony's version of Wildfire is perfect. It makes sense too story-wise, because they needed Robin singing to break through order. Also, nothing unexpected happened, in a good way. They didn't randomly post something out of nowhere. Well, nothing unexpected other than Sunday literally getting Star Railed. That was the highlight of the fight for me. Continuing on with the actual fights, Sunday having 10 bars worth of toughness made the scale of the fight felt real to me. It conveys this intention that if I don't weakness break him before he finishes charging, my team will most likely get wiped. Now, let's talk about a few specific characters. Sunday. I'll take one for the team and say it. I think Sunday has been a much better villain than Cocolia. For starters, I think Cocolia just lost her marbles. That lady was crazy. Well, to be exact, she got corrupted by the Celeron. Sunday's intentions weren't pure evil. What I'm trying to say is, he's not a full-on villain. He's not Frieza.
Hello, monkeys!
We can basically understand where he's coming from, is what I'm trying to say. Humanizing the final boss isn't exactly a new writing technique, but I'm glad they made Sunday a likable guy with noble intentions. I hope that Sunday being the final boss doesn't stop Sunday from being playable. It would be such a shame to Cocolia him. Once again, recency bias is most likely at play here. It's almost been a year or so since Cocolia. I don't remember many details about her. Sunday, on the other hand, is fresh out of the oven. Firefly. I'm not going to lie. I was fanboying so hard when she did her unlimited blade work speech, followed by her henshin.
我梦见一片焦土，
各位，准备好了吗？
一株破土而生的薪水，它迎着朝阳绽放，向我低语呢喃，飞迎扑火，向死而生。
愿我们在清醒的现实再会。
I just need to know, is she still alive? Someone in a comment, please assure me. This whole Elio script of her dying 3 times in Penacony, in addition to Acheron saying Firefly needed to experience real death to escape the Order Dream, got my head spinning for a bit. It's like I got hit by a red shell from Mario Kart. Anyways, her role in 2.2 felt enough. What I mean by that is she didn't get the spotlight, but she was there for us like a supportive friend. Harmony Trailblazer. Trailblazer getting the Harmony path without being in mortal danger this time was a surprise. Remember, to get the Destruction path, the Trailblazers had to pull out the Piccolo maneuver. To get the Preservation path, they had to get stabbed. This time it's like, let me put on this cool hat. I love it. I would talk about Misha, but I think this one cutscene alone is enough to show how peak the writing is.
就像人的困惑、烦恼、软弱，摇摆不停，但最终，人们依旧要前进。
就像你的指针，永远落在前方。我的旅途到此为止了，从今以后，就是你的路了。
There is something that I have noticed. This patch didn't hyper-focus on one character's development. In 2.1, most of the story centered around Aventurine and the Astral Express eventual clash with Aventurine. 2.1 spent a solid portion of the story building up Aventurine and his role in Penacony. 2.2, I think, had too many characters in play for them to hyper-focus on, like they did with Aventurine in 2.1. This brings me to Robin. I think they could have spent more time on Robin. That story about her being injured from some riots or something like that, that was a good starting point to show us. Don't just tell us through a couple of lines of text from Sunday, show it to us. I guess by nature, whenever they had the spotlights on Sunday during the story, we get snippets of his childhood with Robin. I just wish that they dedicated more time to just Robin herself. Like, Robin is her own character, right? Not just the sister of Sunday, but Robin, the idol. The idol who's willing to risk her life to pursue her dreams. I want to see more of that. Anyways, other than that, 10 out of 10 on the Robin vs. Sunday plot point. Two siblings being born and raised in the same environment ended up having conflicting views despite having the same dream. I love that. And the Astral Express are there to pick a side. It would have been interesting if we could have actually picked sides instead of the decision being forced onto us. But hey, that's too much to ask for game development wise. Overall, amazing story. Peak story writing. Now we have to wait until June for 2.3. The waiting is going to end me. There are also a lot of loose ends, and I don't see them, nor do I expect them to be tied up in 2.3. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to share my initial reaction to 2.2. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.